always save the best for last. And that's actually a joke. My name is Chris Alexander. I came up with my good friend Bert Calais from Baton Rouge today. My organization is Louisiana Citizen Advocacy Group. We got a great supporter of ours sitting right there, Mr. Jim Crumlin. It's good to see you. I love working with these groups here. Ms. Renee, Mr. Guillory, that's your name? I really enjoyed your remarks. Brad has been on our podcast. We got the State of Freedom podcast that's going all over the state of Louisiana. And we're going to have to get you on there too, John, one day soon. Hopefully we will. Our organization is focused on one thing, and that is making sure that people like you and people just like you all over the state of Louisiana know exactly what your senators and your representatives that you voted for are doing in our legislature. What they are doing. Because I can assure you, not only on carbon capture sequestration, but on other issues as well that are fundamentally important all across the board. So often when they come talk to you, I notice they're not here. So assuming they come talk to you, they're not going to be telling you that they facilitated the acquisition of your property for an experimental science being paid for with our tax dollars. They're not going to come tell you that. They're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. And the reason why we continue to have the problems in our legislature over and over and over again is that nobody wants to name the legislators, the senators, and the representatives who are selling you out for a bill of goods. They don't want you to know who they are. And we're going to be in St. Tammany next week. We're going to be in Caddo Parish the week after that, Jefferson Parish. And we're going to be naming the names just like we are here tonight. Now, Ms. Aquila was kind enough to give me a few minutes, and I'm certainly not going to go over time. But I do want to tell you now, we passed out a legislative summary of how Senator Heather Cloud voted 23, 24, 25 on carbon capture sequestration, and also Representative DeWitt Carrier. And in our humble estimation, based upon their votes on this particular issue, I'm not sure that they've earned your reelection. I'm not sure that they've earned your support going forward. As Mr. Guillory so eloquently said a little while ago, they have enabled, and they're only 2 of 73 Republicans. One, DeWitt is 1 of 73 Republicans in the House, a supermajority, and Senator Cloud is 1 of 29 senators, a supermajority, in the Senate. So they didn't do it by themselves, but the bottom line is this. They absolutely codified in law the right of private organizations to seize private property to enrich themselves, to benefit themselves economically for an activity that we're largely paying for and that is potentially very hazardous, as Mr. Law and many others have told you already. So we've got to mention names. I encourage you to view this legislative summary. There's like a total of 18 bills on here going back to 2023. They didn't always vote the wrong way on everything, but on the fundamental things, on eminent domain specifically, we wouldn't be here if private corporations were not authorized by our legislature to come take your property. Senator Cloud and Representative Carrier voted in favor of that, to allow that to happen. Does it mean they're bad people? No. Does it mean we have any personal animus toward them? Absolutely not. But you have a right to know what they're doing and what they're not doing. And on this most important issue, they are not being faithful to the Constitution. I carry this around with me every single place I go. The pocket constitutionalist. And everything we do is based on whether it's authorized by this and whether it serves your interests. Not Exxon, not political bureaucrats in Baton Rouge your interests. And I can tell you that we're building an infrastructure across the state of Louisiana whereby voters in every district are going to know what their senators and what their reps are doing in the legislature. Because when we started our organization in 2022, I think, and I saw what they were doing down there, I said, if the voters in their district knew what they're really doing here, 80% of them could not be reelected to office. The problem is, until we came along, they didn't have any idea what was going on. Well, now they do know what's going on, and we have to replace a significant percentage of these rhinos and put good people in office who are loyal to the Constitution, and they have to know that they're going to get kicked out as well if they don't do the right thing. So it all comes down to who's serving you and who's not serving you. Mr. Quilla, I appreciate it. Please get some of our push cards. Hopefully y'all have them on the back table of CAG. And lastly, listen to our podcast, The State of Freedom. The #1 conservative political podcast in Louisiana is The State of Freedom. We love you and we're fighting for you, and it is an honor to be fighting alongside all of these people over here. God bless you.